Hi everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream tonight. We're so happy to see everyone. Everyone jumped in here at the last minute before I had a chance to say hello.
So hi everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight to the ARTyRV channel. And wow, some of y'all have had some really blistering weather, chilly all week, and now it's starting to get warm. In South Carolina, we call this pneumonia weather.
Yes, still cold in Vermont though.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be in the high 70s by Thursday and Friday.
And then it's supposed to get cold again.
Cold again next week.
So,
Yeah.
well, our weather goes up and down. It's just very unpredictable. From March is very unpredictable.
It is. Comes in, roars in like a lion and out like a lamb, or something like that.
Something like that. Yes.
Says. Well, hey, welcome everybody. We got a great, got a good show planned for y'all tonight, and yes, I did. We are going to share the new hand foiler by Technoglass with y'all, and we're going to share the new hand foiler holder for your bench. Yeah. And which is awesome, because I was like, now, you know, you can use this like a potato peeler, but boy, wouldn't it be nice if you could just run that stuff through there. And guess what? Arrived in the mail, the foiler holder. So
as soon as we get our work table in here, we'll set that up.
That's coming in next week.
I hope so, because I need it.
We're ready to go.
And we'll have all our tools set up. We'll do our videos over there as well. We'll be able to film easier over there.
My glass matches my shirt tonight.
How about that? So we'll be ready to film lots of new videos as soon as I get that table in here.
Yeah, and so we've got so we've got that nice little tool, and I'll show everybody how to work it. If you don't have one, I'm telling you right now, you'll be ordering it in the morning, or if not, tonight before you go to bed.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Those of you that are new to the channel and have never watched the live stream before, we do this every Monday night at 7 o'clock. Ed is a master glass cutter, and he'll show you some glass cutting techniques later on in the show. We've been doing this for about 4 years, I think. 4.5 years. Ray's here tonight.
I want to give Ray a big shout out tonight, Ray. Hey,
hi,
buddy.
Ray.
Nice to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. And so everybody give Ray, you know, Ray works really hard for everybody. And I'd like the screen up for Ray tonight, because he's working hard already, and we're just getting started.
And we have some questions that have come in
awesome,
already.
Already. That's what we like.
If you have any questions about stained glass or about what we do or anything like that,
please put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat, and Eddie will be happy to answer it.
We'll try. Or maybe one of our viewers will, if I don't have the answer. That's right. Yes. Have some very knowledgeable viewers here as well.
The first question we had tonight, Kelly wants to know, when you're foiling bevels, what size foil should you use?
Kelly, I usually stick with, unless they're really tiny, small bevels, I usually stick with the 7/32 foil, because what happens is you're using a 3/16 glass is what the bevel is on, and normally that bevel is 15 degrees, so it should still leave you a good 1/8 of an inch on the edge of the bevel. And if it does, then the 7/32 would be my choice of foil. And that's a good question. Yeah,
that is a good question, because you don't realize once it's beveled that it's down to 1/8 of an inch. So it works fine.
Yeah, it works fine, because most of your bevels, like I said, are going to be 15 degrees. And on that glass that they bevel on, it allows you to, they leave 1/8 of an inch so that everything stays pretty much level within your window project. So
had another question from Mary Beth and Frank.
Mary Beth and Frank, hi guys, how are you?
They are doing a repair, and it's framed in zinc. And they want to know what are the chances of getting that zinc off without having to replace the zinc.
Actually, well, if it's a cane window, what you have to be more concerned about is melting the cane on the edge where it meets into the zinc. Mary Beth and Frank, you can flux that zinc, heat it up, and then take your wire brush and just scoot that solder right out of the way, or do what I call erase that joint, and then go ahead and go around, and then once you get one side removed, the other side will kind you'll be able to heat it up and take your grousers and kind of rock it a little bit and it'll come loose. So yeah, you should be fine without having to tear up the zinc, but do be careful about melting the lead where it meets the zinc, because remember, zinc has to be a little hotter than lead in order to get the solder to stick to it.
You might have to replace more lead.
Yeah, just be careful with it, guys. Work on the zinc side of the border and to allow it to get away from it, because unless your soldering iron's directly on the lead, you're not going to melt it. But you will melt the solder that's attached to between the lead and
it's a foiled window framed in zinc.
Oh, well, you're fine then. Just don't overheat the glass and get stress cracks from heat cracks. So just heat it and take your brush and erase each place the joint meets the zinc. Erase it with your soldering iron and a wire brush, and it should come right off. You shouldn't have a problem.
Until you get down to it. Don't leave that iron on that zinc, because that zinc will heat everything up.
Just straight down, Frank. And as soon as you see it melt, pick it up and take your brush and brush it off with your wire brush, and it should come right off.
That's right.
Don't you just love repairs? Actually, I don't mind them. So.
Are there new submissions for the glass project?
Well, there is.
There is, right?
Off of Barbara's shoulder.
Here, and I'll show a closer. Right here. Right here.
Right there. There it is.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
And it is water lilies, and we'll get a closer look at it. Ed just installed it, so we'll get a closer look at it later on in the show.
Yeah, so now we're down to 5 openings, guys.
Yeah.
Down to 5 openings. We should be, and I think the cutoff was March the 18th. Is that correct, Mark?
Yes. St. Patty's Day is the cutoff. So if you're lucky, you'll have it done by then.
Yeah, that's what.
St. Patty's Day, yes. Let's see. Another question from Rosie. Oh, yes, I'll get that one. Is it advisable to use mosaic cutters to cut tiny pieces of glass?
Well, you know what? I guess that could probably be a good idea if you were going to use pieces of glass that were that shaped that the mosaic cutters do, because they elongate them.
Yeah, they make like a little, if you're doing it small, they make like a little moon shape. So if that's the shape, maybe you can shape them, but you don't have as much control.
You don't have, for cutting glass, you don't have any control, because the nippers are exactly what they said. They're nippers. They just nip the glass away. And but if that's a shape that you can use, like Barb said, go for it. Try and use it. Now, we do have one of the panels in the wall directly behind Barbara is the kiwi bird from from New Zealand. And that bird is it's a fused panel, and it was all clipped with mosaic nippers, the bird's feathers. Do you see that?
Oh, so that would work good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would work good. Something like a bird feather or something like that you just want to get that flowy look, but that, tiny pieces.
That 3-dimensional look.
Renee has a question.
Hey, Renee.
Can you do a tutorial using grousers on a small piece of glass, because her tiny piece of glass, she doesn't have room to hold it with her hand, and she needs to. So maybe we could show that tonight.
Let me see if I can find another pair of grousers. I think I do. I think I have them right under my leg here.
Do you have another pair? I think you do. We'll show that later tonight when we're doing some glass cutting for you, Renee. And it's something you need to see for sure.
Yeah, and 2 pair of grousers when you're working on small pieces like that, Renee. 2 pair of grousers is nice to have anyway. Or I'll tell you what, a little pair of I forgot I had these. These are the Lepinette breaking pliers. So they're not a curved jaw. They're flat jaw on both sides. So let me show you those, Renee.
Thank you, Valerie.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Lee, that's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We'll dance for glass.
Dance for glass, baby. Baby. Okay.
Let me get scooted up here.
Renee says she uses nippers for multiple pieces of small glass.
Right. So do you have
You
these?
can play with it. Yeah, you can play with it and get different kind of shapes, but
These are nice. Oh,
they're good.
You mean the mosaic nipple?
Mosaic nippers. Yeah. So they're different if you cut a piece of straight glass. You can just kind of get the same, like you have a 1-inch piece strip, and you can get the same cut all the time. So play around with them. Yeah, you can use them. Okay.
I don't see why not, because I mean any kind of unusual shape you can give yourself on when you're working on something, as long as it works within the idea that you have in your head, then yeah, I suggest use it.
If any of you are doing shows anywhere in your area and you'd like to promote yourself as an artist, as an individual artist, or as your studio, put it in the chat. Tell us where you're going to be doing your next show, so that some of your friends and neighbors and family and people here on the internet can know where you're at.
Right, and where you're going to be.
Know where you're going to be. I think I've got all the questions.
Well, we'll get a different. Do we have any more questions?
I don't have any more questions, but if you'd like to show us something.
Yeah, let me get mine.
If you have a question, just put it in the chat and we'll be happy to answer.
So this is a really it's a pretty piece of glass. Now this is a Wismac, and Wismac makes a bunch of different just dense opal colors, and they're 3 millimeter, they're 1/8 of an inch thick, and they really are beautiful glasses. They're quite dense, so you don't hear your score all the time, but you also they tend to be annealed really well, and they do break quite nice. Let's see what this one sounds like. So see, we can just barely hear that, and I'm going to bring out my silver Schnits here, and remember, when you get your silver Schnits on here, you want to make sure that the round grommet is on the bottom, and the rectangular grommet is on the top, and this will help you. And remember, you want to there's really not a mark for the center, but if you look at this screw on top right here, or the little pin that holds the jaw in, you can see that, and if you'll put it right in the middle, that will start that run pretty good. And now we've got that run from here to here, and we're just going to drop right in directly behind that right there. You see how loose I hold my pliers, and pull down just like that. So when you pull down, guys, remember, it automatically goes away from you. And just for giggles, I didn't have my running pliers in the right place, and I want you to see that flare right there. I had my running pliers to the left of the score, and that's why I got a flare on the right. So keep that in mind too. If you're getting flares on your work, what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you're getting flares on your work, what you want to do is make sure that your running pliers are centered up on your score. Because if they're off to the left, you get a flare to the right. And if they're off to the right, you get a flare to the left. Doesn't matter which side the flare's on, just remember, it will cut you, and then it'll just go ahead and ruin your whole morning if you're not careful. So take the time, guys, to make sure that your running pliers are where they need to be, which is right in the center of your score, so that they can work correctly. I'm going to do this. I'm going to score this kind of thin, and we're going to see if we can take 2 pair of pliers and break it. So these are just breaking pliers here. I'll show you that. They're both straight, okay? Now your grousing pliers or your grousing pliers, one curved jaw and one straight jaw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in close to my score right here. I'm gonna use my breakers to hold this, and we're gonna pull down and away, just like that. Down and away, and it all comes out. And a lot of times, guys, 2 pair of pliers work better than one. And if you don't have 2 pair of grousers, you could use just about any kind of plier. But if they have like a corrugated jaw on them, what you want to do is just put a little piece of paper towel in there or something, so you don't chip the glass. If you don't have 2 pair of pliers, just anything that'll help you get that little piece, it'll get that little strip of glass off of there for you.
Okay.
So hopefully, Renee, I hope that helps, son. And when I see you in April, I'll show you these pliers right here.
Okay, I have a couple more questions.
Okay, that's great.
The silver Schnit runners have a head that turns.
Yes, they do. The top head rotates, the bottom head spins, but the top head rotates so that you can, and I'll demonstrate it in my next demonstration. I'll show you how the silver Schnit pliers allow you to chase the run with the running pliers by turning the head on the upper jaw. So that's a great.
Thank you, Nadia.
Nadia, hi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate it very much.
We appreciate every donation.
So I hope everybody's been keeping up with the Olympics. So
yes.
I haven't been able to sleep very well. I have
to check in every once in a while.
Check in.
We go to sleep with the Olympics on. Okay, I have another question. Now this one is okay. I'll read it to you and you tell me. How do you approach cutting glass when a piece has a tight inside angle, like around 100-degree turn, without the score running off or the corner blowing out?
You practice a lot. Yeah. So to me, the first, if that's in a panel that you're drawing, the first thing you should ask yourself is, who drew this?
Who drew that?
Who drew that? Who in the world drew that? And then the other thing is that your cutting skills need to be quite elevated to take out an inside cut like that and roll that corner and to be able to get it out. Now I've got some videos that we have that I've done curves like that, but glass is not designed to be cut the way you're explaining it to be done. So, you can get that cut out of there, but you have to drill a hole in the V to get that 100 degrees out of there and all that. So here's the thing, my friend, is that what you're asking is something that's probably can be done, and those of you with a saw can do it quite rapidly. But if you're going to do cuts like that, you really should get a saw or become way proficient in an elevated glass cutter if you're going to do that.
But we do have a video on
that shows that. Yeah.
And
it's just not at 100 degrees. It's more like about 92 or so.
Well, with the drill in the corner, it's still not 100 degrees.
Oh yeah, with the drill hole in the corner,
with the drill hole in the corner, it would be 100 degree. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a slight curve and make it like a 92 or something.
And that curve is just a gradual radius. So and I think it's a good question, but most people that want to do cuts like that, they just they have a $800 saw, and they don't because it's going to be very trying. And this is my suggestion to you, that if you really would like to get that cut out, get some window glass first and practice on it. Practice, practice, practice. Because even Ed would practice that cut before I put it to work on an expensive piece of glass.
The main thing is practice it. I'm not sure why you would want to do it, other than, you have to do it because it's something you're repairing and it has to be done like that. Otherwise, if you're drawing your pattern, you don't have to draw it like that. You don't have to make things more difficult.
No,
and
it's difficult enough.
So anyway, have fun with it.
I liked Barbara's. I don't know why you would want to do that anyway.
I don't know why you would want to do that, but
to yourself.
Right. Have fun with it, and then check back with us. But do
check out that video, though.
Check out our videos on cutting.
Maybe that technique will help you.
Cutting out a corner in glass.
Right.
Go to our videos and search cutting out a corner in glass, and you should be able to find it.
Right. Cut curve. Ray just posted that for you, my friend.
Oh, he did?
Ray just put it up. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a good
question,
it's a good question, because I wonder sometimes, I really do try to visualize what some of the questions are talking about, and I saw that one and it scared me.
I couldn't even visualize it.
I saw that one and it scared me. I was like, ooh.
You saw my eyes like, what?
What in the world?
Okay, here's another question. Nadia says she's restoring a 100-year-old panel. Lead is in good condition, but old putty is falling out. Is it okay to remove the old putty with a knife?
Actually, no. I think
first of all, you need to make sure it's flat.
First of all, make sure the window is flat, completely flat. And if you are taking it out of a frame, go ahead and do that. And then, if the glazing compound is loose that's in it, a lot of times you can just wash the window with soap and water, and that old glazing will come right out of it, and then allow it to dry completely and reglaze the entire window. It's not a problem.
There's no problem with getting the loose glazing out, but you shouldn't be digging out all the putty.
No, don't dig it out, and definitely don't put a knife or any kind of a metal blade on between the glass and the lead cane, the throat of the lead cane, because your chances of breaking glass are really, really great. Now, the putty that's loose will blow out of there with a shop vac, and then you can wash the window and then reglaze it, and then you'll have a perfect project after you reglaze it and polish that lead up. That'll be awesome. But please don't dig anything out of it. Use a shop vac to blow out the loose glazing, and then reglaze it. And you can check out my glazing recipe.
A shop vac to vacuum it out, yeah.
Yeah, because if it's loose and it pulls it right out, it's no problem. Just vacuum the window, and it'll take everything that's loose. It'll take it right out, no problem. Just don't use metal on up against your 100-year-old glass.
Mary Beth and Frank will be at the Bee's Knees in Eastwood, from the 9th. From 9 to 2 on Saturday.
All right.
In March. Saturday.
The Bee's Knees. What a cool place. The Bee's Knees. That sounds like a cool place.
Valerie said she's seen you cut lots of glass like that. Okay.
Valerie, thank you, hon.
Okay, Valerie. Valerie wants to know where we're located. I will be driving through the Carolinas on my way to my grandson's graduation in Florida in May, and would love to stop by and meet you if it's not too far off of I-95.
We are about 1 hour off of I-95 at exit 171 south.
We're about 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
By a drive. We're about 15 miles.
So if you're catching on 95, actually you can get on 40 and come across and drop into South Carolina. It's pretty close that way. But as we get closer, Valerie, we'd love to get with you and let you know where we are, and we'd love to meet you.
Yeah, we'll be at the shop. We're always there on Wednesdays, but if you're headed this way, let us know
A date and time, and
a
we
date
make
and time,
arrangements.
and so that we can be there. But we're usually there, but our schedule is kind of erratic, and we're doing all kinds of things in different
We
places.
got some great things going on right now.
We got a lot going on. Tomorrow they are installing the remainder of
The
Merle's Inlet project is
done.
totally done. Be installed tomorrow.
We'll have pictures.
Yeah, we'll have pictures. You'll be taking pictures. You want me to come take pictures?
You can come down too, so
Okay.
that we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Miss
so
Mary
that's
will be
pretty
good.
exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It's been a while, and we've worked through all of our health challenges and everything else, and the owners of the restaurant. I just want to give Drunken Jacks and Merle's Inlet a big shout out for being so patient and working with us on this project.
What was I going to say?
You were going to tell me you loved me.
I love you. Okay, Michelle wants to know,
Hey, Michelle.
what is the purpose of whiting?
Sole purpose in life is to make a mess of your shop.
To dust up
To
your
dust
shop.
up your shop.
Put dust
You
everywhere.
don't even need to use it. And who am I speaking with, Barb?
That's Valerie.
I'm sorry?
Valerie.
Valerie.
No. That's Michelle.
Michelle, hey, hon. Yeah, don't. So if you use my glazing recipe, the whiting in the past was to help dry out your glazing compound, and also to help the linseed oil be absorbed. And the whiting is actually like a plaster of Paris, and it would make the putty rigid inside the lead. But and it would also act as a polishing agent. But if you use the lead cane recipe for my glazing that we have, you don't need the whiting. There's no need for anything but good old elbow grease and polishing the lead up the way it's supposed to be, and you're done. The whiting, and a lot of people use it. There's honestly, guys, there's nothing wrong.
We used to use it until we found this recipe.
And until my dear friend Bill Blakely gave me this recipe, and we've been using it for 40 years, and we have never had a problem with it. And again, everybody does things differently. There are no rights and there are no wrongs, and everything's already been done, so there are no secrets. So I promote my glazing compound, my recipe, because it works for me. And if you'd like to try it, the recipe is online there, and you can get it at conwayglass.com. And it's really a good recipe. So if
excuse me just a minute.
okay, I'm sorry.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my dog a biscuit.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit.
Why don't you do it
We're
with
gonna-
the last cut?
We are. I got it. Go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead. So we're going to show you a little bit about so our silver schnitz. Now remember, so the silver schnitz, they don't. Not only do they does the top head turn, but it actually comes out quite readily, and it fits right in there. So you can get replacement heads for your silver schnitz, whether it's the bottom or the top, and you put that right in there. But so let's just go over what the silver schnitz. Now the silver schnitz right now, I think they're about $64. Probably the cheapest that I've ever seen them, which is great. But we're going to do this. We're going to use this. And we're going to use our running pliers to just run this out. And I'll show you. We're going to hear one pop first. There's a pop. And now we're going to come over here, and I'm going to turn my running pliers just a little bit so that I'm going in the angle of my score. Okay, now they just ran. Now look at this. I can go in from the side, but I can turn my running pliers to this side, put them right in the middle, and I can go right around and just squeeze that right and turn it a little bit more. And squeeze right there. And squeeze right there. And right there. And right there, just like that. So now we have our running pliers. These are our regular, these are our Lepinets. So they're not, it's not quite run right there, y'all. And that's the whole reason, because it looks like it. Very good. It looks like it ran, but it didn't. So because what looked like a run and what sounded like it ran when it came around here wasn't there, because it stopped right there and went right directly off of it. But now your silver Schnits, your silver Schnit running pliers, if you don't have a pair for your arsenal, you really should have a pair, because they will stop a lot of problems once you start doing like little curves like this. And look at this. Look how much deeper that jaw is. See the depth of it? I'm at the end of each pair of pliers. This jaw on my silver Schnit is a 1/2 inch deeper than my Lepinets. So that tells me that you can get a lot more work done with those, and you can be a lot more creative with your scoring and your cutting by using the silver Schnit running pliers.
Thank you, Ed. Okay, if you have a question, just put it in the chat. Ed will be happy to answer it for you. Did you want to show, you don't even know what I'm going to say. Do you want to show them your little gadget you got?
Yeah, let's show them.
First of all, let's say thank you to Sunshine Glassworks.
Yeah, we want to thank Sunshine for being a part of the ARTyRV channel and for sponsoring our show tonight. We really appreciate it very much.
Oh.
And guys, remember, Sunshine not only carries all the tools and things you need, but they also carry over 1,500 different colors, textures, and different manufacturers of glass. So if you need something, give Sunshine a shout. Let them know that you're calling from the ARTyRV channel and that Barb and Ed said hello, and we appreciate that.
Thank you, Ed.
Carol,
you're the sweetest. She said, because Ed cuts like a human.
Oh.
Yeah, because that is a tough glass to cut.
That's a tough glass. I give it, you know what? Hey, it happens to me like it happens to y'all. So guys, I'm going to share this with y'all. This is our newest toy. And I want to share this with you. And this right here, this is the foiler by Technoglass, okay? So this thing opens up kind of like your old stereo used to be. This is your record. Actually, this is your 22-yard copper foil roll of tape that is preloaded 7/32 foil in the foiler. Now, this foiler, guys, this is just awesome. I got to share all of this with you. So this goes in here, and it comes. This foiler comes with 3 individual heads. This is a 7/32. This is a 7/32. This is a 1/4 inch. Now these are for the different size foils, and this is 3/16. So now the foil comes out this way, and the paper goes out this way. This is awesome. And you load this. It's very simple to load. No big deal. Close this like you were closing your shaving kit. And I'll show you this. You see this, it has a wheel on it right here, okay? And that wheel has a plastic sleeve on it. And it glides like nobody's business on the glass. Now, this side is for your foil. This side, this is your crimp side right here. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna set this right here. Just like this. And now I'm going to turn that. And as long as you push it against the wheel, that's there. Hold on. I must have bent this, but there it is right there. So you take this and you get your foil in there. And so you foil that around, and once you take that around, then you just put this right in there and you crimp it. And it crimps it for you automatically. You can do it with your hand.
And it cuts it too.
And it cuts it. It automatically centers it. It automatically cuts the foil right there just like that. Snip. And it does everything for you. And now that, guys, that's the handheld version of holding this. Look what they sent us. And this is out right now. This is the foiler station. This attaches to your bench right here like that. And then this fits right in here like this. And then these little things tighten up like this. And as you're doing that, this just there's your foil. When you get on the corners, just roll it. And come right on around. And so what that does, you see how that fits in there. This is your thing. That's your little ball bearing right there. And then you just come back through here and you just crimp. It just crimps it right away. Now these pieces, y'all, I have to say something about the foil from Technoglass. These pieces of glass that I'm foiling, I didn't even grind them. The glue on this Technoglass copper foil is really good. It's exceptional. It's not really good. It's exceptional. So once you have this attached to your bench, and now you can operate this with your glass right through there. And as you move along with it, it's really quite nice. And then you just pop these two little ears right here. You pop these open, and you get that right there.
And that foil is basically the same price as regular foil.
Yep. And this product, you're gonna find that it's
very sticky.
Yeah, it's very sticky. And I had this in wrong, but y'all, hang on. So as you're foiling, the foil comes out the back end.
The paper
comes out the back end, and the foil comes out the front end. I'll see if I can make this work.
He just opened it today, so.
So we do that. Here you go. Look at it. Watch it go right out the back end.
There you go.
And then we'll stretch that and we'll put that in. And it goes right out the back end, y'all.
You're out of the camera, honey.
So it goes right out the back end, and it's just really is a beautiful thing.
Like any foiler, of course you're going to have to practice, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to fly. This is going to be my, whoops.
Yeah, that's all right. But
this
I wanted
is going to be my best friend.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, once I get it mounted to the bench, I won't use anything else. And Barbara, I probably will never use my fingers again.
Well, we'll give it a whirl and do a video on it, but we'll learn how to do it first. But it looks, I mean, it looks so.
It is. It's quite nice.
And to have it
If I
centered.
could mount this to the table where y'all could see it, I would do that.
It wouldn't go on the table?
Not with the camera and my belly and everything.
Oh, no, your belly's in the way?
Yeah.
But it will fit, though.
Oh, yeah, it fits on the table with no problem.
Okay.
It just doesn't fit on this table where the cameras aren't.
Bring my workbench and we'll hook it up.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Get rid of this. There you go. But this is really nice, y'all. And the foil, it's already, you know, you don't have to worry about the foil coming apart and going all over the place because it comes sealed in a baggie and you just load it. That's all you do. You just load it.
Okay, DeCane said she bought the foiler and she found it difficult to load and use. Well, we're going to figure out how to use it, and we'll show you the easy way to use it. DeCane.
Yeah, the loading
look
part.
for that video coming up.
Yeah, so that video, you know, they give you 4 pages here,
And you're supposed to read them.
and
Right, honey?
yeah.
He's mad at me now.
No, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, God. Here, read it. Read their directions.
So the foil, though, y'all, that foil is so sticky that if you cut your glass well enough, you don't need to grind it because it sticks to it right now.
It's good when it's that, yes.
Yeah, so you know that the tape is good when it sticks to your glass, even if you don't grind it. So I think that would probably be that'd be an asset. That'd save you a whole step, wouldn't it? If you cut your glass correctly.
Would a scalloped edge foil work in the foiler? I don't think they make one that fits in the foiler.
No,
You have to buy the foil for the foiler.
Yeah, this foil, guys, Technoglass makes the foil for the foiler. That's why it only comes in a 22-yard roll, and it comes on its own little gear and everything that fits directly right into Technoglass's foiler. So yeah, you can't load anything else in it.
We have a question about where we buy our gadgets, so I just thought I'd throw Sunshine up there again.
This is where we buy our gadgets, guys.
From Sunshine Glass. Just give them a call and they'll be happy to help you out with the new glass foiler.
Yeah, and
by Diamond Tech.
Guys, according to Scott, this Technoglass is just right around the corner from Sunshine Glass in Buffalo. So
they can answer all your questions about the new foiler. And how sticky is it? It's very sticky.
The foil is very, very sticky. And you know what I think some of it has to do with now, it's sticking correctly, is the fact that you're putting it through that roller, and as you're rolling it, you're creating friction. And that friction is creating heat, which is creating the glue to melt really much better to your glass. Because you're creating friction as you come across that wheel, and that's really something else.
How much is the foiler?
Right around $100 with shipping.
Okay. And the copper foil's just about the same price.
Yeah, about
it's competitive.
$8 or $10 a roll. So.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to cut more glass if you are.
I think we would probably. So when you get it, it comes preloaded with 1 roll of foil in it, 7/32, and then you can order additional rolls of foil to help you finish your project. And you know what, 22 yards versus 36 yards, it's a little bit of difference, like 35, 38, 39, almost 40 feet. But you know what, that's really not that much, considering what you get and how much easier it is to work with.
Okay, let me just show this latest
the latest
panel that we got in for the Global Glass Project. It's from Judy Durr. And
hey, Judy.
Let's just go.
We accept it.
It's Judy Durr, Coral Springs, Florida. Thank you, Judy. It's very pretty, and you can see it in the main camera right behind my head. right
That
here.
worked out good. Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
That
Thank
worked
you,
out great.
Judy. And when we get all the windows in, we'll do another video on the global glass project and include a lot more.
Oh yeah,
and
because we only have 5
fun.
more to go, Barb.
I know, we only have 5 more. And that deadline is
March 18th, the day after St. Patty's Day, right? Is March 17th St. Patty's Day?
the deadline is St. Patty's Day. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever day that falls on.
Whatever day that falls on.
That would be it then.
And then for the viewer showcase, the deadline is February 27th. So get your panels in for the viewer showcase for the March viewer showcase.
Boy, this month is going by fast.
Yeah, well, it's still a little ways away.
Okay, that's right, because today's only the 16th.
That's right. Okay, let's do a little glass cutting here.
Yeah.
We had a question about the silver Schnit. Does it turn too? Did you answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the running pliers turn. Yeah. The silver Schnit running pliers, they turn so that we can follow things around. Now this is a blue. This is a Oceanside. And I didn't go way up in there, but we'll.
Oh.
So when you put this on here, now I did run it around a little bit, and I'm going to run it a little bit more.
I do have something from Jennifer. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to forget.
And we're just going to turn the head on this a little bit. There we go. So I chased these circles all the way around with these silver Schnit running pliers. And this is really what they're designed to do, is to help you get these cuts out so that you're not wasting a bunch of glass. And believe it or not, I mean, they are like, these things are a lifesaver. If you'll practice and teach yourself how to use them, then these will save you a lot of glass and a lot of frustration. I like my silver Schnit running pliers a lot.
Okay, Jennifer said that she discovered a new paint. She said the best paint markers for tracing patterns onto glass, and it's called Aristo, white paint pens, and with the extra fine tip.
Wow, okay, Jennifer.
So she wanted to share that with us.
What's it, Aristo?
Aristo,
okay.
Yes. Frank is taking his first flame working class this weekend. Go Frank.
Go Frank.
So nice next step.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have any
That's
questions,
pretty cool,
just put them
Frank.
in the
That's
chat
awesome.
and we'll be happy to answer.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just going back and looking again.
I
Thank
remember
you
when we
guys so
took our
much.
first flame class. I remember when we took our first flame working class.
Okay, Ed.
Yes.
Do you want, let's cut another piece of glass.
Got another different kind of blue. Now, this
Yeah, let's cut something that, oh yeah, I like that. Carol said Carla said she just ordered Aristo in gold.
Oh yeah, gold is probably a good paint pen. Gold or white, either one are really good colors to work with on when you are working with colors that you can't see through. Now this is a pretty piece of glass here. This has a beautiful texture to it. Now this is a Ouroboros. This is a 2122. And it is kind of soft, but I don't know. I used a lot of this in the Merle's Inlet project.
It looks very marshy.
It does, doesn't it? I'm gonna make sure that my silver Schnit pliers are straight here so that we can run this out. Now you'll find sometimes when you're squeezing your silver schnitts, when you're squeezing them, they feel like they're not going anywhere, but they are. They're going plenty of places, and they're doing exactly what you need them to do. But what I have found is that if they feel goofy to you and they're not running, move your hand from here to here. Get more leverage back here instead of trying to hold it right here. If you'll hold it right there, they tend to, the running pliers tend to work a lot better that way. And the silver schnitts are really nice for doing smaller stuff. Now you can see this piece isn't any wider than that, and then we should be able to do that. So your running pliers are lifesavers a lot of times. And if you'll take the cutter and use your silver schnitts to chase those runs around, and just simply by turning the head, we're going to go straight on. And we heard that little pop. And now we're going to turn the head and we're going to go right there. Right there. So you see that? I ran that with my pliers being sideways. Now, because they weren't on there perfectly straight, we ended up getting an oyster. Now, if we're using lead cane, that's not going to matter. If we're using copper foil, we probably won't be able to make that piece work unless we've cut it so big that we're going to have to grind that little chip out of it. So you have to be careful with your tools when you're breaking your glass, because again, they're metal. These are metal tools, and you're working with glass, and technically the two don't mix together very well. And so you want to make sure that you take your time and you give yourself enough space, and that you don't literally just crush the glass with your pliers because something's not working right for you. So your lepinettes or your silver schnitts will work for two different ways of cutting glass and two different outlets of getting your score to come out correctly. So either use your silver schnitts or use your lepinettes, and you should have both pair of running pliers in your tool arsenal, because eventually you're going to end up needing them anyway. Right, Barbara?
That's right. Are you finished with your?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
I need a drink.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Not a drink. I don't drink.
Here's some tea.
I don't drink, guys.
Okay, we have some questions. Debbie wanted to know, Debbie, the pens we were talking about, the paint pens were to trace patterns. But your question about paint pens, do you need a kiln for paint pens? No, there are some paints that you can do in the oven.
Yeah, they're like 350 degree paints or something.
Something like that. But
depending on PBO paints, is that
PBO,
what they are?
yes.
PBO. Those are oven fired paints. That's
yes.
That's a good question.
We have 92 people in the chat so far. Hit the like button, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe.
Gotta do that.
Subscribe.
Just because, that's right. Subscribe, don't forget.
And we appreciate every like and subscribe.
Carol, thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yes, thanks, Carol. Thanks for everything.
And thanks for your contribution to the ARTyRV channel this evening. We appreciate that.
Valerie wants to know, is there a mark on the head like other running pliers so you don't get any flares?
On the silver schnitts, no. Yeah, on the silver schnitts, there's a little button at the top, and if as you're turning this, well, no, I take that back. The mark in the center of the silver schnitts, Valerie, is inside the lip and on the top jaw. So yeah, it's not on the metal, it's on the rubber on the jaw itself. It is a little slit there.
But you can see it.
You can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
And that's, that's a good question, because so many people will either get their running pliers upside down.
Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, wow, Debbie, thank you.
I
Let's
thought
take
you were.
advantage of that. Welcome to the
Wow.
ARTyRV fan club.
Yes, thank you. So 5 people have received a gift membership from Debbie, and that's pretty awesome.
It is. So grab those 5 gifts so you can be entered in the glass box giveaway this month.
Yes.
Because that is for our ARTyRV fan club members only, for the box giveaway.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So then.
So yeah, you have to accept those. You have to accept that gift, and then you will be a member. And can you turn that on? I'm not, or do I have it turned on? I guess I do. You just can't see it.
Let's make it let's make it, there you go. How's that? Matches my shirt.
Yeah, oven fired on the Pebeo Vitria. Judy, hi Judy. Thank you for the panel. We love it. It's adorable.
Hey Judy, thanks for tuning in. And yes, you better believe we accepted it.
She says, hello, I have a problem cutting transparent glass. No problem with opaque glass. What am I doing wrong when I use my running pliers and rarely make noise?
Huh.
Rarely make noise, I guess, in cutting the opaque glass.
Yeah, now your opaque glass, if you're not having any troubles with that.
No, she is having trouble with that.
Cutting the opaque glass. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, so of course, what happens with the transparent glasses is that they're soft anyway. Opaque glasses have multiple colors stacked up in them, Judy. So what you end up doing is you won't hear the score on your opalescent glass a lot of times. But do remember, do not, because you can't hear it, that doesn't mean you need to push harder on your cutter. What you have to do is maintain the same pressure start to finish, whether it's transparent glass or opaque glasses, whether you can hear the score or not, maintain the same pressure. Okay. I hope that helps. And thanks for dropping us a panel in the mail.
Do you remember who did the delicate arch? She's a member and her name is it. No, there was a question, do you have the patterns of the panels behind the delicate arch in the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge? No.
And that's
we do not. You would have to contact the artist. I'll get all the artist names together and put them on my desk so I'll know who they are. But you would have to contact the artist.
And that bridge is the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan.
The Mackinac.
It's the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan.
Yes, it is. But they are lovely. And thank you so much, everyone. It is 7:58.
What? Where'd that go?
Do you want to do another glass cutting, or do you want to answer? I don't think we have any more questions to answer. I did want to remind everyone we put new classes online. We have March and April classes available. There is lead class available and a beginner class available, right?
Yeah, and we have well, that's right. This week is full, right?
This week is full, yes.
Okay.
So just go to Conwayglass.
So we'll have pictures of the last window going in.
So just go to conwayglass.com and register for classes. And like Ed said, we'll be putting the last windows for the Merle's Inlet project. I'll have some photos for you all to see. And
wow.
We are really excited about that. I'm just looking at everybody that's here. If you have any questions, go ahead. We have time.
Yeah,
go ahead and put it in the chat.
Well, we are. We're going to the top.
We're going to the top.
That's right. And so if you do have another question or any questions, please go ahead and put them in the queue for us. And we will be getting our work table in here next week. That's coming in. And it's coming right along. It's really coming right along. And you guys and gals that have donated your windows and your work to the backdrop behind us. Thank you very much, because it sure makes our day when we come down here. It really does.
It really
makes
is
us
a beautiful
smile.
backdrop. And I've had people come in and they actually walk up to the window and look at each individual panel.
Yeah.
So it's so very beautiful in person as well.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
we
it's
will be
just
back.
really beautiful.
It is. We will be back next week at the same time, Monday at 7 p.m. I'd like to say what we have coming up, but
it's a busy week.
It's a busy week, and we have a lot of things coming up, but I don't want to
I know we'll have some pretty glass to cut up next week for glass chat, and I don't know that we may have a new. Excuse me, we may have a new gadget.
We might.
Oh,
what I want is a table. Please.
That's what she wants, is a table.
I just want a table, and so we can start filming again. I have filmed in here a little bit, but it's going to be easier with the table set up.
Yeah, well, it'll be nice.
Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back next week. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We love you all. It's been a great night, and we thank you for joining us.
You know, that arch looks just like the photograph that I saw the other night on the TV show.
It was on my Google page.
Oh,
the Delicate Arch was
okay.
on my Google page, yes.
I was like, that thing looks awful familiar.
It was on the Google page, yes.
Hey, Magali's in the house.
She
Guys,
is.
if you haven't taken the time to subscribe to our channel yet, please do so. Give us a thumbs up. And remember, the thumb is our favorite finger.
Magali didn't come on because you didn't cut any iridized glass. I'm going to hunt up some iridized glass.
I had a piece in my hand over there, but not for... Okay. Next Monday night, Magali.
Next Monday. Okay. We will see you guys next week at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hugs and love to you guys. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.